Audio Jungle.
Yeah, number one, why were you looking at laundromats? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
where did that come from?
Yeah, I think it was like part of it was like us looking at like, trending business types and you
Okay.
the buzzwords of laundromats or car washes or like what are these passive income things? Like anyone who's built more than one business knows passive income does not exist, right? Like it takes work, especially to even get it to remotely to like being able to, step away for even like a month or something and but yeah, no, I think it was just like one of those things where I've always liked doing laundry, for the most part. Like, I mean, I think there's, it's pretty cathartic, like folding clothes and stuff. Like now at this point, with how many clothes I've folded in the past, now, we might have a little bit of a different outlook. But yeah, no, I just kind of, I just feel like it's a very needed service for people. I think the coolest thing with Lada is like right away was just like the feedback that we were getting from people, like how much relief we were giving them, how much time we were giving them back, all the like the really good stuff that you like to hear because obviously it's funny. We'll go on threads with Lada's laundry, and it's like people just, they say the funniest stuff, and like how about how much they don't like doing laundry, or we're able to jump in there and give our little 2 cents on it. So it's yeah, it's definitely a needed service for people for sure. So it's been cool to like be able to provide that for the community as well. So
And was that so that initial decision to go pick up and delivery and not own a space, was that, I know you mentioned, you didn't want a lot of overhead. You didn't
yeah.
want to really have to a big cash outlay in the beginning. Was it mostly that? Was it that there what wasn't really space available, a combination of both? How did that kind of come together?
Yeah, a little bit of both. I think, so initially the laundromat was like, it was like the natural thing, like, well, if we're gonna do this, we should probably have a laundromat, save money on machines, and obviously like, it'd be nice to own that, margin back and, just the whole idea of like making money during the day and making money at night, right? So, that was kind of the initial thought. I was like, why wouldn't we? And then we found out, like, we jumped into the business pretty fast. So we found out a lot more about the island permitting stuff, like water, water usage on the island, and it became a little bit of more of a hurdle that we were going to try to cross, actually. So, especially on the island in Bay Bridge, there's only certain parts of the island that are on sewer, and it's actually very little. So, if anyone, pro tip for anyone that maybe has overlooked it, like you need to be on sewer for the most, for the most part, especially not doing like a lot of laundry, but yeah, so that was a big issue. And then kind of like as we started getting busier, pickup and delivery, we are kind of just like I don't know why, still spending time like going and seeing places and like doing all this stuff, and it's like we kind of got to the point where a couple places fell through and just hoops that we're gonna need to get through, and then we found out permitting for like actually having a laundromat versus like a place customers don't come in, so it was just like a lot of stuff that we learned really quickly by just putting ourselves in that situation, that we were like, I just don't know if this is gonna work out the way we wanted it to work out. So I mean, I'm still looking for a commercial spot with that being said, but if one day the right one pops up or I know you briefly mentioned we are starting to expand into more Kitsap County, which if anyone's from Washington, just kind of up around the edge there, and so I'm looking for space all over at this point. So, but yeah, that's kind of where we're at, and kind of why we stepped away from the laundromat idea for a while, just because yeah, at this point I'd probably just want like a production facility is the talks of what we're in now, and not like a customer facing thing, but
Well, yeah, I mean, you guys have been able to successfully prove out the model, even if it was having to, go through all the hassle of washing all those clothes and folding all those clothes out of your home
yeah.
in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.